And we're recording. Hey guys, this is Secret Service Sam. Welcome to my YouTube page. If you've found me here, you are in the right spot. This is my, let's call it a mini podcast, where today I have Lionel B on, which he and I became friends, excuse me, through Dr. Leslie on TikTok. After I kind of came into some viral fame with the Diddy or Jay-Z private investigators who came to my home. And so Lionel and I met, and so I was on his show. And so now he's coming back on mine, which is a huge honor to have him on my show. He has over 500,000 subscribers on. Can you hear me, Lionel?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, folks. We always have people are always hitting me up, Lionel. So, Lionel, welcome to my mini show. This is the first one I've done on YouTube, so bear with me if there's a little technical difficulties. What do you do, Lionel? When do you ever have people
Okay.
call in while you're doing these recordings like this, and then you have to hit stop, or do you put your phone in airplane mode, or what do you do?
Now I typically always use I use like a camera, so I don't use my phone for interviews. So that's why it's
Oh.
pretty
Okay,
much
I'm learning right now. This is Secret Service Sam figuring it out as we go a little bit, Patriots. Now, Lionel B, please tell the people a little bit about yourself, how you came to build your giant following on YouTube.
Man, I first it was definitely God. It had to be God, man. I started out YouTube as a means to an end. I had lost my job. I was working at Apple for a while.
Okay.
They ended up firing me.
Oh,
Which ended up being a big blessing, man. I was doing pretty good
sure.
at Apple, but man, YouTube is way better. But
Wow.
so
What were you
I was out
doing
of
at Apple? Sorry.
tech support, man. I was actually a
Oh,
supervisor at Apple.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm going
so
to call you when I
troubleshooting.
have a problem with my iPhone next time or my
Hell no,
computer.
retired,
Genius
man.
bar. He's the genius bar.
Yeah, man. Been out of the game for many years, man. I think
Okay. Okay.
Apple was the end of that was like maybe 8 years ago. Yeah,
Okay.
like 20.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been a while,
Okay.
man.
So then you
So
say you went to YouTube. You mean
mhm.
you went to work for YouTube or you started making content?
I started making content, man, because I was really,
Mm.
I was around trying to find a job. I was homeless at the time, living out of my car. So,
Wow.
I'm going to different job interviews, you know what I'm saying, like IT jobs and all that. Nobody's hiring me.
Mm.
I did have one interview, which I'll tell you
Okay.
about later, but
Okay.
nobody was really like calling me back. So I'm like, man, I need money. I need gas money. I need, it was me and my son. He was around 13, 14 at the time. So
Wow.
I'm like, man, I gotta make moves from a little guy, man.
Of
Like
course.
something's gotta give. And
Mm-hmm.
there was places I could go. I could have went with my moms or went with family members, but I was determined to make it on my own. So
Right. I
um,
respect that.
I thugged it out, man. I thugged it out,
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
and I ended up going viral in that little car I had, man. So it was amazing.
Wow. As they say,
Yeah,
look at God, right?
yeah,
Sometimes we're put in these impossible places, and if there's the ability to get out, most humans can get out of the situation if you just really want to, and manifest it, I
right,
guess.
right.
Um, so let's get right into it real quick.
Okay.
Um, 50 Cent has reposted your video. And can you tell
Yeah,
us a little bit about this? It is, it's breaking news, obviously. So that's why
yeah,
you and I talked, and we're like, hey, you want to do it tomorrow? Like, well, let's do it now. And I was like, all right, so let's
yeah.
get on. I ironed my jacket. So
There
tell
you
the
go. Look
folks,
fresh, man.
yeah, yeah. So tell the people what I am talking about. Inform them about this.
All right. So there was a video I posted on Instagram probably about a week and a half ago, somewhere around there. So
Okay.
what it is, it's a video of Benzino in a compromising position. He
Hey.
has a he has a weapon in his hand and he's threatening to basically to unalive himself. And he's
Wow.
also fake crying on the video as well and sobbing
Right.
because allegedly he was beating on his girlfriend and she recorded him. And then with that video, she ended up sending it to her best friend. Like, look, girl, you know how women talk. Like, look, girl, like
Oh
this
yeah.
dude crazy as hell. You know,
Right.
he doesn't want to go to jail and all that. So
Right.
good thing she recorded them. So they sent me the email, the video, and I was like, hey. She was like, "Can you post this? Because I'm tired of my friend being abused. She needs to get
Right.
justice. Like the dude
Right.
is really crazy. He's always having her do
Mm-hmm.
zesty things with X toys and all that on him." So I was like,
Wow.
"Wow." So yeah,
Wow.
so
You
it's a
say
lot of stuff of that.
zesty things. That's crazy with the
Yes,
toys and all that. So no,
yeah.
back up a
You can just
second.
imagine.
Yeah, yeah, I'm trying not to actually.
There you go.
No, so take us back a little bit. Tell us who Benzino is for all of anybody who listens to my page or whatever. Anybody out there might not know Benzino is. Like, tell the people who he is.
Now, once upon a time, Benzino was a major part of hip hop history.
That's
He
right.
was one of the co-owners of the Source magazine. It started
Oh,
like
that's
early
right. I do.
'90s and all that.
Mhm,
Yeah, so he
mhm,
was pretty big, and then he was part of a rap group as well in Boston. So he was rapping as well.
mhm,
So
mhm.
he was a pretty major figure back in the '90s, man, and it just all went downhill. As soon as Love and Hip Hop, he started on there, and it just went all
Yeah.
downhill,
It's
all
so
bad.
sad, isn't it, to see, and us, sometimes us regular folks, I'm a
Mm,
comedian, you're an influencer, entrepreneur, the old, saying, be careful what you wish for.
mm,
Because I know a lot of famous people, and sometimes they're not always as happy as you would imagine them to be. And it's just interesting with a lot of this just kind of how you're saying, like people love to love you, but then they also love to hate you just as much
yeah.
and even more. Um,
Yes. I
so it's
experienced
just,
that myself on YouTube as well, man. So I definitely know how that feels, the love
really
and the hate,
like,
man. Yeah.
yeah. Like, how does that feel? Like, explain that. Like, when what you have a video that a lot of people don't agree with.
Yeah, well, there's a couple things. I mean, one of the things I did with one of my interviews, I pretty
Mhm.
much barred people from stealing my content. So
Oh,
a
good.
lot of YouTubers got upset because most people make their living doing reactions. And I'm
Mm.
like, that's fine. You can do your reactions, but you won't use my videos for it. I work
Got
hard on
it.
my videos. I don't want anybody stealing my content. So a
Mm.
lot of people
That
got
makes
pissed
sense.
off, and they started making the videos about me, lying about me, just all kind of like weird stuff. So I kind
Okay.
of, I feel how these, the rap artists and the movie stars, like how they kind of go through things, but it doesn't bother me. I'm conditioned for it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I know it's a lie, so I just let it roll off. I'm like, oh, there's another video talking about me. Okay. Well, anyway, let
Right.
me go back
Yeah.
to
It's
my
like, yeah. And I mean, kind of like you said earlier, you came from out of your car. And so I have to imagine that gives you a level of a thick skin where you're like, shit, if I'm making money and people are talking about me, I mean, shit, I've had, it's kind of like all of us. We've had people talk shit about us not making any money. So,
exactly.
but I think one part of it that people don't understand that when the whole world is giving you love in these comments, that feels good. That's very positive reinforcement. But when they aren't and they are directing a lot of hate, I mean, I did this video on Coleman, Alabama, and I can't tell you, I get these racists hitting me up in the DMs like, "You better watch your back, boy. Don't come to Coleman." I was like, "Don't worry about it, man. I am not." Yeah, thanks for the
Right,
tip. I'm good, bro.
right.
But it's funny, but it's scary. Like, I have people in my DMs who just like crazy conversations, like admitting these crazy things to me that I don't know if they're true, they're false. And do you get a lot of that? Because I imagine your following's way bigger than mine. So do you get stalkers? Do you get crazy people?
I wouldn't necessarily say stalkers, but yeah, a lot of
Uh,
crazy people with conspiracy theories, or if it's a
mm,
story I talked about or a celebrity I spoke on, they have their own personal interaction, and most of the time, it sounds absolutely crazy.
got it.
One lady said Kim Kardashian was stalking her. I'm like, come on, lady, like really?
Right. Oh, and also, I let my ADHD totally get us away from the whole point of this video,
Uh,
back to Benzino. So
all right.
you have the video. I know, I'm so bad. So, but this is good. Hopefully, people are staying to listen. Um, so you had this video that was emailed to you
Yeah.
of Benzino crying, and I've seen the video. You showed it to me. where he
Mhm.
has a knife. Like, she's like, don't do it. And he's threatening. So what happened was
Like,
he beat her. I would do it. I would do it. I was like, okay, do it. I bet it almost felt like maybe he was going to do it. He was crying like a little baby, Lionel.
yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
you noticed, but do you think, was that acting? Was that real? I mean, it
Well,
sounded, it was pretty decent acting. I mean,
the lady that sent it to me, she definitely thinks he was pretending, like he wasn't really crying. He just wanted his girlfriend to not call the police on him because he didn't want to go to jail again. So
right.
yeah, I don't think
And
he
so
was
he
crying.
had hit his girlfriend.
Oh yeah, he allegedly, the information I've gotten,
Allegedly.
allegedly, yeah, like he abuses her quite often, like a lot, a lot.
Okay.
So the best friend got upset and she was like, I'm tired of this. She had the video. She emailed me. She's like, hey, can you put
Yeah.
this out? I'm tired of
Yeah.
my friend being abused. So I was like,
Hell
of
yeah.
course.
And
Yeah.
are you worried about that at all? Are you worried Benzino's gonna come, say, hey man, take that down? That's me crying like a little bitch.
Nah, he don't want no smoke, man. Like I said, I'm from Florida and we always
Right.
packing. I got a whole
Right.
arsenal. So
Yeah.
nah, never
Okay.
scared, never scared. No. And
Okay. Okay.
me and Benzino had dealings a couple years ago. Like we had a kind of little altercation because I do have a few videos
Oh.
up on my channel where I
Oh
had more
snap.
information about him. So
Okay.
man, hey,
So this isn't the
it is,
first time Benzino has popped up on your radar at all.
yeah, not at all, not at all, man.
Wow.
Quite a
So
few.
he's got, yeah, he's like, oh, this
He's
Lionel
mad
B's at me again. He's mad
again.
again.
Right,
That's
right,
so
right.
funny. That's great. So 50 Cent reposted your video. Tell us
Yeah.
about that. Like,
Yep.
what was 50 saying with that? Is he like, oh, he's a little bitch, check this out? Or what is he, what do you think he means by posting your video?
Now 50 Cent has long since trolled Benzino. Like he has zero
Mm-hmm.
respect for Benzino. And I think
Yeah.
that kind of it goes back to some beef in the past. I know, of course, Benzino had beef with Eminem, and Eminem kind of discovered 50 a little bit. So
Okay.
um, it could have maybe stemmed from that as well.
Mm.
But yeah, 50 Cent, he pretty much put the same caption I had on there, but I think he put like laughing emojis at the end. He's
Okay.
excited. Anytime something happens to somebody he hates, he gets like that
He
makes his
loves
whole
it. But
he
does
loves
he
it.
tag you? Did he give you credit for the video at all? Or
My the video is watermarked, so I mean that alone, man, was like, you can't remove my watermark. It's huge across the
oh,
video.
got it. Okay. And
And
where
soon
can
as,
people
soon as it,
find that? That's on your YouTube page.
no, not on YouTube. You can actually find
Oh,
it on his Instagram. So if you go to at 50 Cent, it's on his Instagram page. And last I
got
checked,
it.
man, it's like 4.5 million views in like a couple of
Mm.
hours.
Wow. And why are you not putting it up on your socials?
I did. I
Oh,
did.
okay.
Like I couldn't put it on YouTube because it goes against the terms and conditions because he had even though I blurred out, the weapon he had,
Oh,
YouTube was
yeah,
like,
they
nah.
can't know. Got it.
Yeah,
Now, do you
YouTube wasn't
find
going for it.
is YouTube more strict with their guidelines than TikTok, or is it a little looser over here?
No, I think TikTok is actually more strict because I've done the
I
same
think so
videos and
too, it seems. Hmm. Hmm.
TikTok will like block my whole video. I'm like, damn, like what's going on?
Right. Like I feel like YouTube, you can pretty much say any words. Where
Yeah,
TikTok,
sometimes
I've heard you can't even say news on TikTok.
really.
Yeah.
Hmm,
That your
could be,
video gets
man.
tagged. I've heard people tell me put your account into private at night so then they don't come after you
Wow.
and stuff. Like I haven't necessarily done any of this, but
Hmm.
there's a whole underbelly to TikTok. Just even down to when I have a video that gets disqualified and I have to appeal, knowing what words to write to the algorithm. I generally am like, I'm a comedian. This is satire. This is being reported by several other media outlets. Several other
Mm.
content creators have made this exact video on this topic. Please restore my video.
Wow.
And generally that works, but I just had a video taken down off TikTok that was called "Don't Pay Your Bills, the Aliens Are Coming." They took it down for community guidelines. I appealed it,
Oh
got
my
it
god.
back. This thing had to like I think over 500,000 views. A lot, it made me a few $100s, I want to say. And
Hmm.
then they just took it back recently again.
That's
So
crazy.
that's the only thing that sucks is like literally they can give you money in your bank account and just no. sorry, we decided that goes against our guidelines.
Yeah, man, you gotta run it on YouTube, man, because for 500,000 views, you're gonna make way more than a couple $100, man.
What
Trust
do
me.
you make off 500,000 views off YouTube? Would you say?
Oh, I can't tell you that, bro.
Oh, sorry, that's
It,
too
it
personal.
depends.
Okay.
Well, I can give you guys a ballpark. It depends
Yeah.
really how long the video is, but
Okay.
I would I would say maybe 500,000 views. Probably if the video's maybe like 30, 40 minutes, maybe like 8, 9 grand, somewhere around there.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to get my stuff over here to YouTube pronto. Holy
Yes, man.
cow.
Yes,
See,
the
I didn't
YouTube checks
realize
are
that.
crazy.
Okay.
The YouTube checks are insane. I'll tell you offline what I made last month. I ain't gonna say it on here.
No, no, I would appreciate that because to be honest, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because what do you think about the TikTok ban? Are you aware of anything about this going on?
I
The
am.
Supreme Court just stepped in today saying that they'll review the case,
But they're not
but
gonna
it's
unban it.
right. They're not going to unban it. So, and it sounds like the president doesn't have any control. So that's why I'm desperately working to get over to YouTube now. But what do you think about it?
Man, to be honest, I might get a lot of hate for this, man, but I just
Uh-oh.
honestly like even the thing you mentioned about TikTok, man, like them
Mm-hmm.
taking videos down. I feel like they
Right.
do a lot of shadow banning, and
Yep.
they just don't really push your content out like as they should. I don't know how they judge what the algorithm is doing, but I don't care, bro, because I love YouTube so much. It's
Okay.
easier to get your stuff out there. Majority of your audience can watch it, and new people that may have not seen your content. So
Yeah.
I'm
No, that's
YouTube auto.
amazing. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, that's why I'm doing more videos over here on YouTube. I was doing my podcast for a while, but just starting to, and it's nice because I didn't really know a lot of other YouTube influencers, so that's what's great about getting to meet you.
Mhm.
You're kind of opening me up to this world, and I appreciate it because my goal is to feed my family off just being able to sit here and do these videos. Um,
You're
because
gonna
it's
love
like,
it here,
guys
man.
like you, it's possible. It's very cool
Yeah,
to see successful, influencers like yourself because, it really is a dream come true. And a lot of times it's hard to see that roadmap.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You're like
definitely a
the,
grind. It's definitely a
yeah,
grind, man. But once you just consistency, that's the main thing, man. Just same thing you
right.
do on TikTok, just bring it
Hmm.
over to YouTube, man, and
Right.
you know they'll pay you for your efforts, bro.
Right. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah. Because I'm at about 6,300 subscribers on YouTube now. And it's just been
Mhm.
slow getting them over. But since I have been transferring people from TikTok, I have been getting more. I definitely got a lot of followers from your show that I did with you, so that was
Oh,
very
that's
cool.
what's up. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, so
Love,
thank you.
no problem.
So what else, Lionel? Is there anything else you expect out of this 50 Cent? Sharing your video with Benzino. Does this woman have more videos that she's going to send you? Do you think or?
Man, there is quite a bit of videos. She didn't actually send them to me because some of them are really,
Whoa.
really,
Sounds like a freak
really
off,
bad.
man, you got. Oh, wow.
Man, worse than that, bro.
I
I
don't
mean,
mean to
there was
joke.
stuff.
No, but you're talking about their videos she has of him abusing her, is what you're saying.
I don't know if there's that in particular, but I know there's
Okay.
definitely like racy P Hub type videos where she has a strap
Okay.
on. I'm just gonna,
Oh, right.
keep
You had
it in the back.
mentioned a
Yeah.
little 50 Shades of Gray, if you will.
Yeah. So Benzino's big freak, man, big freak.
Wow.
Um, so I
Word
guess the
on the
girl, the
street.
girl wasn't, the girl was embarrassed. She didn't want to send those videos to her best friend because she probably
Yeah.
don't want to, her friend to judge her. Like, hey, girl, you do that to your man? Like, what the hell?
Right, girl. Like, yeah,
So
you are. Yeah, you are. You're pegging that dude.
yeah,
That's a.
he's a
That's
peg
a.
meister.
He's
He's
a
a peg
peg
meister.
meister.
I just made that
That
up.
is
I
so.
think. I don't know.
That's brilliant, man. Yeah, Pegmeister. Yeah, right around the Christmas time too. It fits even more. The Pegmeister. Yeah, that's fucking. That's so awesome. The
Man,
Pegmeister.
so
He is, man, the king of peg. Old peg leg. Yeah. Oh
and
my
and
gosh.
and there's
So
been so
much.
many accusations coming out against him, man, and he's been running around with transmissions and a lot of stuff. So I believe it. It's like, okay, well,
Wait, wait,
the
wait,
lady,
wait. He's been running around with transmissions. Is that code for what I think it is?
yeah, it is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like what Eddie Murphy got caught with back in the day. Isn't that
Absolutely.
so funny?
It is.
Um, just now, like, it's not anything, but poor Eddie Murphy almost lost his career over.
Yeah, man.
Um, so anyway, let's move away. So what else? What else you got? So you're Florida right now. What do you have next up for the Lionel B show?
Man, so much coming to the Lionel B show, man. I got
Hmm.
a lot of familiar faces that people will definitely know and
Okay.
recognize. Those are going to
Okay.
be
Can you
coming up.
name those or no?
Nah, y'all just gotta pull up, man. But it's definitely some
Okay.
legends is popping up on the show. I'm super excited
Okay.
just to change the direction a little bit of the channel. We
Okay.
kind of want to steer away from the Diddy content all the time. That
Sure.
was a big backlash type of thing. So just keeping it
You
fresh,
got
man.
back you got backlash for the Diddy
Oh
content, you're saying?
man, it was all kind of weird stories, man. People were saying that Diddy and Jay-Z bought me a Tesla. I don't even like Teslas, but
What?
you
Yeah,
know,
no. Wrong
content
car,
creators
guys.
were making
Same, same.
yeah,
Yeah.
content creators were making up videos saying, yeah, like they paid me off, they bought me a Tesla. Um, I have like a gambling addiction, which I don't even gamble.
Right,
I go to strip
exactly.
clubs, which I'm a homebody, so that's weird. I'm like,
Right,
how do I go to strip clubs when I'm always at home? So just all
right.
kind of stuff, but I get it. It's like you
They're
have to
gonna
make up
lie on
something.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. So
Wow.
when God elevates you and He
Hmm.
blesses you, you got to have
Hmm.
some haters. So if you don't have haters, you ain't doing something right.
You're not doing something right. I mean, just like the private investigators that came to my back door. And,
Mm.
it was crazy. Like I was talking with you earlier, Tony Busby, came back at Jay Z today. I thought this is like a tennis match because Jay Z is
Right.
like, his lawyer had a 30-minute PowerPoint
Mhm.
presentation on all the holes in their stories. Like, okay, so this girl snuck out at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Okay, and then got a ride 5 hours there, 5 hours back. The person who gave her a ride doesn't remember. Um,
With
they're
her
just
dad, right?
saying,
Allegedly her
yeah,
dad.
with her dad, I think. This is all
Mhm.
allegedly. Then
Right.
went to the party and then later came out in a birthday suit, ran out. The only celebrity she claims to have seen was Benji Madden, right, or whatever
Mhm.
from Good Charlotte Band, and
Mhm.
which I never really liked their music. But it turns out he wasn't even there.
Right,
So,
right.
so that inconsistency. So you're like, oh man, does Jay Z kind of have a touche here? And we're all wrong. But then Tony Busby hits back today with this lawsuit suing Rock Nation
Mhm.
for coming after his ex clients, paying them $10,000 to,
To join the lawsuit,
talk.
right?
Yeah. And so what
Yeah.
I'm wondering is these, um, sorry, these are the same guys who came after me. I mean, that's crazy. He has video, Tony Buzz. It's literally the same guy who came to my house. So
Oh,
anyway,
really?
yeah, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
same
wow.
picture, so it's pretty crazy. Sorry, I have my son's
Yeah.
friends are calling on my damn phone, so I'm having to
Uh,
stop them out. But Lionel,
that's all.
I think that was great today. And I really appreciate your time coming on with me. And I'll
Yeah.
definitely love to have you come on anytime you want. Like, we can wrap anything when you have something pop up, or I do too. I'd love to come on your show and talk, or vice versa. So,
Yeah, anytime, bro. Anytime. I'll
okay.
pull up.
All right. Thanks a lot, man. And everybody, please follow Lionel B and follow me, subscribe on my YouTube channel as well and his as well. Follow me on TikTok at Secret Service Sam, and we'll see you guys soon. Secret Service Sam out.
Yeah.
Samson for president.